The guy's got both brains and brawn, and I'm so glad to have him in studio with us today. Ato Bolden, not only an Olympic sprinter, he's also really into computers, and I understand a call for help viewer, too. That's great.
That's
Ato,
right. Always
welcome.
have been.
It's great to see you.
Thank you.
We were talking before the show about these things that you were famous for wearing, yeah, in some of the races?
Yeah, in Sydney. Oakley gave me the opportunity to debut these to the world.
Wasn't that nice of Oakley?
And I ran with them on in the relay. And,
wow.
Generated a lot of interest.
Yeah, a lot of attention.
Yep.
Oh, that's so funny to see that. Well, it's so great to have you on. Now, you're still running, and I apologize because I implied that you'd retired,
yeah.
but you're still running.
Yes.
In fact, you competed in the championships just recently, and
yep.
I know that you're not going to be going on, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say, but you're not giving up, are you? When are you going to have plans to retire at any point? Or?
Yeah, I think, you know, another year or two.
You're 30 now?
I'm 30 at the end of the year, so
yeah.
another year or two I'll be done. But I was in a car accident last year.
Yeah, I heard about that. Now tell me about that. That was pretty serious.
I was in Trinidad on vacation, and this drunk driver hit me head on.
Oh.
So this year was really tough. This year was really tough for me. But,
what were your injuries? I mean,
I actually just bruised my hip.
Oh, man.
So, I mean, it was tough this year, but, you know, it was kind of a victory of sorts for me because to go to the World Championships and run 10:09, you know, for me, in past years wouldn't be a big deal, but this year was really a victory.
And you got to the semis, so, I mean, that's...
got to the semifinals.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
So next year, that's going to be your year?
I always show up for the Olympic Games.
Yeah, you want to be in the qualifying rounds for those, absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely. It'll be my 4th Olympic Games.
That's pretty neat.
Yep.
That's pretty neat. Well, we'll be watching with great interest. Meanwhile, you don't just run. You also do a little web design on the side,
Every now and then. About 6 years ago, I wanted to have a site as good as a friend of mine called Donovan Bailey. He's the Olympic champion in 1996 in Atlanta.
Right.
And I started with this little website that I designed from, I think I made it on Netscape.
But 96, that was a long time ago. That was
a long time
early
ago
days.
in terms of the internet. Yeah. I mean, I had one of those sites with, you know, welcome to my site and the picture and email me. I started at that
Top
level.
5% of the web badge, all that stuff.
So I only wanted to have a site as good as this guy.
Right.
And it's grown and grown, and as I've learned, the site has grown, and now it's very close to the vision that I had. Thank you.
I love it.
It's very close to the vision that I had for it when I originally started.
It was kind of your dream. Now, I think competition is a good thing in almost anything. To have somebody that you want to compete against a little bit kind of spurs you on. And so that's worked very well for you. Maybe something for people to keep in mind. You know, you're going to do better if there's another person, a pal that you're doing this with, and you want to just be a little bit better.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's all I ever wanted to do.
You got Donovan beat now, I bet.
I think so, and he's retired now, so. But I still give a lot of credit to that site because back when track athletes did not have sites, he had the best one.
It's an amazing thing to have a site.
So if I'm carrying the torch now, so be it.
All right.
You know?
Well, and you've done a lot of very cool things on here. Let's talk a little bit about your philosophy of design. Now, by the way, you're not doing this all alone anymore, right?
No,
you have some help
I wish. All the content, everything that's written, I wrote it.
You're kidding, really?
Yes.
Wow.
All the video, I edited.
Wow.
Yes. So the things that I can do, I do. A lot of the flash and a lot of the technical things, like I have an online manager. My friend Kamal, who lives in Trinidad still, he does that. But everything that I can do on this site, I do.
Does Kamal watch the show?
Yes, he does.
We have a lot of viewers in Trinidad and Tobago.
Absolutely.
That's a very
yes,
popular
you do. Very
so hi, Kamal. Give you some credit.
Very tech-oriented country.
Well, it is. You know, actually, we've done very well in the Caribbean because I think there's a lot of interest in learning this stuff.
Absolutely.
It's a real opportunity for people. You know, you can do something at home and have a worldwide reputation. That's what's exciting about the web. Gives everybody a shot at it. So tell us some of your philosophies of web design. You said keeping it simple is important.
Yeah, you know, for me, because I have so many visitors that are from the international community, not just from the U.S. Or from Canada or some place where there'd be high-speed internet, or from Europe. A lot of my visitors are from Africa, and a lot of times they're dialing up. So when my website loads, it can't have a ton of flash that's going to take forever to load. It's going to have, you know, maybe, you know, I like this. This is a little intro and tells you what I do. But for the most part, a lot of text and a lot of simple navigation. So it points you where you want to go. If you come to my site and you want to know where I am, well, where is Ato? And you click there.
It's very straightforward.
It's very straightforward. I don't believe in putting people in a maze to get through your site.
Right.
So that's my.
And keep in mind the dial-ups. You're absolutely right, because even though many of us have broadband, and most web designers have broadband, most users are on modems.
We take it for granted. And one of the things that when I started to get really wanted to push the envelope, and I wanted it to just flash everywhere. And do a lot of music.
This is nice, though. I think this really is great to have this one thing which brings the page to life. It's not huge, but it kind of says it all, and it's right there. And I like that. I think that's a really nice way to do it. Now, as you get more and more stuff on your page, and I'm sure you discovered this, it becomes harder and harder to design navigation because there's so many items.
Like here.
So how do you deal with that?
Well, with this, what I'll probably do is just make it one width bigger, one bar bigger.
Maybe collapse some of the things into...
And I've also taken out stuff. I mean, one of the things that you have to understand with a website is pay attention to where people are going. If you have a host, pay attention to where people are going. There are ideas that I thought were great on this site.
And nobody looked at it?
Nobody went. And since the website's not for me, then I have to pay attention to, okay, nobody's going here.
Nobody wants it.
Nobody wants it. Get rid of it.
Take it off. Well, that comes down to knowing who your audience is, too, doesn't it? And so, did you spend a lot of time thinking about who's going to want to see this site and what kinds of things are they going to want to see?
Yes, I did. And I also listen to a lot, I read a lot of the email that the website gets sent. And sometimes people say, well, I want to see pictures of you and your teammates. Well, this is Maurice Green, the gold medalist from the last Olympic Games.
There's Maurice,
This is John Drummond, who was in a controversial incident this year where he wouldn't leave the track. He got disqualified. And this is me. So, right here you can come and see all of my teammates.
I love that. It's so great.
So this is the direct response to what people wanted to see on the site. We want to see your teammates.
And I noticed, by the way, you didn't say, I'm going to have to do this all myself. You're using software. You're using an album program. It makes it much easier for you. You don't have to do all the work.
That's one of the great things about where we are in the internet age today. If there's something that you don't know how to do, or you think there's a program that you can use, by all means, go online, look for something.
These are great pictures.
M-Album is a great program.
And you did the same thing with chat. I know you have chat online. You have message groups online.
My chat is actually down, I think, right now. That's one of the things I have to work on today.
And a spy cam, too, so we can watch you wherever you go.
My spy cam, this is in my, this is actually my office in Los Angeles. So.
Oh, that's cool. And you don't mind people staring at you, huh?
I don't care. It's caused some issues. Some nights I forgot it was on.
So you would say the evening would be the best time to check it out?
Yeah.
We won't mention that to your wife. All right. Hey, thank you, Ato Bolden. So great to meet you. This is a wonderful site. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
And next year, we're going to be watching for you on the Olympics.
2004.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
Ato, thank you so much for being
Thanks
here.
for having me.
It's so nice to meet you. If you want, whoops. Let's take that down. If you want to know more about Ato and his website and how to do a site just like that, go to techtv.com/call4help. No matter who you are, you can have your own website, and it's such a great contribution to the world to do something like that, so that people can come and be inspired by you. You got to do it. Coming up next, it's the longest-running grand prize in the history of the Wired World Challenge.